Hi friends, hope all is good. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a little bit of swatching of the Holo Taco Remix Collection. I won't be doing my own remix creation yet, but hopefully that comes in the future. So I know I'm a little late in the game, but some things have happened here that, kind of made it a little hard to get this video going. So as you can see, here's the box in all its holographic glory. I specifically like the side there where it kind of reminds me of a kaleidoscope. It's very mesmerizing. Okay, let's open this thing up. Upon opening it, you see the CD right in your face, and then you also see the Holo Taco poster. That's what I'm going to call it. And if you take that out carefully, because I had the corners pop off and I super glued them, in the other side you will see Holo Taco polishes as well as Christine's signature. And then there you are, spinning and DJing the CD like you're supposed to. And of course the CD also has the same effects as the side of the box, which again to me reminds me of a kaleidoscope, but it's very pretty. Don't mind the fingerprints there, I get too excited and I sweat, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna put this right back. Again, be careful with the corners, you don't want them to pop off, but if you have super glue you should be fine, right? Alright, let's say we pick our first polish and check it out, yeah? Alright, Magic Conch is giving me this one, and this one is Heavy Metal Mixtape, which is the one that I was the most excited about when Christine was doing her stream. I don't know what it was about it, maybe I'm just a fan of the metallic ones. I never got the collection, my sister did though. But if we pry it open, and don't use your nails like I did here, I shrooshed it, I didn't use my nails, but be careful with that. I broke my thumbnail, and as you can see I have a little replacement of things. But anyway, here's the Heavy Metal Mixtape in all its glory. The color is very pretty and very nice, and for some reason it kind of reminds me of New Year's, like sequins dresses, if you know what I mean. Or maybe when that trend happened, that's all I can think about. Anyway, moving on to the next one. This one is Everything Taco. Speaking of tacos, I learned how to make my own taco seasoning from scratch. Turns out it's 70% cumin. Alright. So, I know this is taboo in the Holo community, but I'm not the biggest fan of sparkly polishes. I like how they look, but just have something against them on me. Maybe it's from a scenario that had happened when I was younger. Someone probably made fun of me and I'm like, never wearing this again, you know. But Everything Taco looks super pretty. I'm very excited to try that one on. Alright, Magic Conch, give me the next one. Alright, this one looks to be Rainbow Flood. Push it open. Okay. This one is also very pretty. All of these polishes are very pretty. But this one reminds me of lava. I'll say lava, but like not the flaming hot Cheeto color lava, but the lava that's kind of cooled down, you know? And then the next one is Wayback Chrome. I do like the polish a lot. I like the chrome polishes. When she first released them, I do have that collection that was given to me as a Christmas present, and I do find that I have to be meticulous in applying it, especially because it leaves a streak of some sort, and I find it that it dries rather quickly. I still need to figure out how to, I guess, how much I need to have on the brush with some of the Holo Taco polishes, but if it's cremes, I think I'm really good at cremes. But man, the glittery, the hollow, the sparkles, I've yet to master those. But anyways, so this one is glittery purple. As you can see, it's very purple. I'm curious on how a majority of these will look on me with my skin tone, the shape of my fingers and nails. I feel like those three things factor in how good a polish looks on me. Is that too much? I don't know. I know lighting has a lot to play in it too. Okay, and then this one's just the empty remix bottle. I never really seen the little silver balls or whatever those are called, but they remind me of a game I think Mickey D's had in like 2000s era, where you kind of had to maneuver through like a maze and get the silver ball into the main hole or something. So I started off with a peely base coat in the middle of the nails, and then a long-lasting base coat all over the nails. I think this is my preferred method of doing things, as it makes things easier to clean up when the time comes. Alright, so the pinky, I'm starting off with glittery purple. Right off the bat, I'm reminded of middle school me for some reason. Just the style of the 2000s era. I think this would go with it, unless my memory serves me completely wrong. But it brings in some form of nostalgia, I think is what I'm trying to get at. Moving on to the next one, I'm using Rainbow Flood. This is like your normal, linear Holo Tacos that Christine has. I was just scared to buy the collection when she first released it because of reasons I said before, but clearly it's all mind over matter. I really like how this applies. I like the color. I'm sure I'm gonna need to do another coat with this one. I will say applying nail polish at this angle is quite tricky. I'm not used to it. So apologies for the weirdness, like if a finger goes out of focus or I'm out of frame. I'm gonna clean up little boo-boos I made. I'm gonna be using the Twinkle Tea brush with acetone that I got at Walmart to clean up over the edges and in the cuticle area. Alright, good as new, right? So in the middle finger, I'm going to go in with Everything Taco. This one seems really fun. I saw an Instagram post of someone just kind of having it on their bare nails, and I thought I really like that look, so I will try it. I know this top coat, or topper I should say, will probably go good on any color, but I wanted to see the polishes and its glories and the plain nail scene, you know. Maybe in the future I'll do some nail art, but I'm kind of hesitant in I guess using these because these polishes are so rare that I'm afraid of, like, if I run out of it, that's it, you know. For the pointer finger, I'm going to do the Heavy Metal Mixtape. Again, I can't unsee the sequence dress thing or that sequins pillow stuff that has happened, but maybe it's a sign that I should buy a sequins dress for like a New Year's party that maybe or may not happen. Again, this is right now my favorite. Clearly, look at it up close. I love this one so much. I will put it on all my fingers eventually. Alright. Moving on to my thumb. This one is going to be Wayback Chrome. Or Wayback Chrome. My bad. Did anybody else by the title of this started thinking of 21? It just reminds me of the 21 song. What's it called? Come Back Home. It's probably just rhymes with Wayback Chrome. I want to be careful when applying the polish in my thumb. I accidentally nicked myself on the right side there, and I don't necessarily want to put acetone near that wound because I know it will hurt. However, that is not the case. I am most definitely going to need that second coat to kind of cover up all my boo-boos that I did and potentially get that edge there that I missed. How do people, I guess they've done it for a while and have gained the experience and the motor skills, but man, the people that you watch like on Instagram or TikTok, on YouTube too, that apply the nail polishes and they never get anything on their cuticle, on the sides. It's just a perfect application. And like they don't need to go back and forth with the polish or anything. How do they do it? Okay, so I'm gonna let these dry for a bit because kind of down that one. I flooded it. Haha. The thumb, ring, and pointer finger. I kind of downed those. Can get a little impatient, clearly. And then the pinky and the middle finger, everything, everyone gets another coat. With the exception of pinky and middle finger, they're getting 2 extra coats. And as you can see there, my thumb, I missed the edge. I mentioned that earlier, and I'm going to hopefully fix that with a second coat. Alright, I put on the other coats, and now it's time to put the top coat. And I'm using the super glossy taco from Holo Taco, of course. And I just love the way everything pops as soon as you put that top coat. The glitter, the hollow, the everything, the shine. I really do love the super glossy top coat. Man, it dries so fast. I would say 5 minutes, and I'll just kind of tap on it with my finger, and it's good as gold. I still feel weird, I'm kind of walking all dainty, my fingers spreading like freaking chicken feet, and making sure I don't ruin them or like try to open a can of soda or anything like that for like an hour at least, but that's just me. I don't want to mess up all my hard work, I wanted to be like Christine and show off the off-focus hollow, and this really does it justice, don't it? You can see that in both the glittery purple, rainbow flood, everything taco. Overall, I ended up really liking all of these polishes. I was apprehensive during the stream on buying this collection because it had a lot of glittery polishes, and again had that weird thing going on where I thought it wouldn't look good on me, but I have transitioned. I am ready to accept all the glitters and the hollows. Thanks so much for tuning in and experiencing this collection with me. I really do appreciate your time. Hopefully this video served as a good background noise or some form of entertainment. Currently, I don't have a schedule in mind for uploads. I do work a full-time job on the weekdays, and I'll just have to figure out how to manage my time on the weekends. But anyways, Thanks again, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!